Thursday afternoon chat. Your favorite artists with Jayar.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please help me welcome a first timer on the show, David Leonard.
Yes, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long
Happy to
time
be
listener,
here.
first-time caller. It'd be great if somebody said, "Hey, I'm a long-time caller, first-time listener." Like all they do is
I've
call.
been calling all day.
I don't know what frequency you're on, but I've been calling all day.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great. I have to tell you that I don't say this to every guest we have, but of all the artists we've been having for the past, I would say 4 or 5 months, your name gets dropped so much. You're like a friend of everybody that they're all proud to say, yeah, David Leonard, David Leonard and I, we're doing this. David Leonard. Like they drop, and I'm like, I've not had him on the show, but everybody's buddies with him. Specifically Josh Baldwin. But there are others that would drop your name. I did a song with David Leonard. I was golfing with David Leonard. You know.
I pay a lot of people a lot of money.
Yeah.
They just keep dropping that name. Dropping it.
Yeah.
No, man, it's good people.
If we were in a smoky room right now and your hat was a little lower, it would have been the ultimate Western when you said that. I pay people a lot of money to say stuff like that. And then I flip the table, cards go flying. No, we're going to get to, I want to let those that don't know who you are in our audience get to know you a little better. But we're going to play a few songs, some new stuff, some older stuff that you were a part of. A couple things to explain in the room right now. The green screen behind us, you and I both will find out what we've been talking in front of
It's magical.
at the end.
Yeah.
The prize wheel is just a way to guide our conversations a wee bit. There is a prize on here where we've wrapped prezzies for all the guests.
Okay.
So let's lead off. I want to go into a song first. Your golfing buddy and one of my best friends in the world. He wouldn't say that. I don't have friends, so
I mean, I think he would say that. He speaks very highly of you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. We met one time in an Orlando cafeteria of a hotel, and we never met each other before. I walk up. He was with Brad Moist, and so we sit down, and within 5 minutes, we were nearly kicked out of the hotel eating area because we were belly laughing so hard. We just bonded. Like our humor, I think, hit. And I just remember, give me your number, man. You give me your number, because we were meant to be friends. And it helps that he's one of the greatest worst writers on the planet.
Yeah.
So, but this is a song that you and he wrote together and are on together called Every Hour. Is there anything you want to say about this jam? Yeah,
Man.
Josh carries it.
Josh carries. No, man. I mean, obviously, Josh to me has been a huge inspiration. I remember when Standing Your Love came out and I heard him, it was just like, what is this? Like it felt like worship, like a different type of worship that I'd heard before. And so I've been a big fan of his. And since he moved to town, we write a lot of songs together. And this one ended up being pretty special. My dad's been a pastor for years and years, like a college pastor for like 30 years. And he was stopping that. That's kind of where I started leading. When I was 15, he threw me out with these college kids, and I'd play I Can Only Imagine and pretty much every week. But it's like I didn't know any songs, but I was like 15. That's kind of where I started cutting my teeth. Yeah. And he was doing one of his last meetings, and he's like, hey, I want you to come down and lead. And so I was leading. And this chorus for Every Hour kind of fell out of the spontaneous moment I was in. And so I've never really written a song out of that place before, the place that like I really started leading and fell in love with leading. Yeah. And so it makes the song even special, more special, and to bring it back and to finish with Josh and then for us to do it together. It's pretty cool.
Awesome. Let's actually give the wheel a spin here before we...
How hard can we go?
All right. Fantasy question here. Yeah. Let's say I gave you, you're in front of a laptop. Somebody says you have an Avatar-sized budget, best director, best actors, spare no expense. What is a bit of scripture that finally that story is so rich that if money was not a problem, you could go make one of the greatest CGI everything to bring a bit of scripture alive in cinema. That maybe a story from Scripture has always captivated you. You're like, I wish I could see what that would have been like, but not cheesy Christian film.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think I'd probably have to go The Namesake. You know, I had to go after, and it's probably been done. It's being done, all those things.
Yeah.
But, like, I'd probably have to go after the David story for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I spend a lot of my time, especially as a songwriter, in the Psalms and sifting through a lot of that stuff. And so to be able to take everything. I mean, there's too many twists and turns.
Oh, you got young boy watching sheep, bored stars, and then all of a sudden he gets the call to go.
We're killing giant animals. Then we're killing the giant
with his hands.
That's right.
That's meant for a film.
Yeah.
The whole Samuel pouring over, like you could make that very like some good strings. Hans Zimmer coming in.
We definitely have to bring Tommy Prophet in for this thing.
Yeah. I love what he's done with NF. So,
he's incredible.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, you're king. So there's so many different sides to that story.
Yeah.
The Saul.
This was a TV show, right? Didn't they try to do this?
I don't know if they have. It hasn't been done
hadn't
well
been
enough.
Good enough for us to talk about it.
Yeah. But it's got so many angles.
But we have to do it like Yellowstone.
Yes. That would be great.
So like the David story, like Yellowstone.
Yeah. He has to have a six-pack for sure.
Yeah.
I
mean, Kevin Costner could definitely play the older David.
Well, there's different ages of David, so I feel Brad Pitt has to come in at some point.
100%.
But this is like he's been king already, but it's pre his children chasing him and trying to kill him, but post Delilah. Brad Pitt, the Brad Pitt era.
Definitely Bathsheba days would.
Delilah.
Yeah, you said Delilah.
Yeah.
Bathsheba would definitely be the.
It doesn't matter because it's all blurred anyway. We got to sell it PG.
That's right.
We're going to lose the whole Christian audience.
Yeah, dadgummit. Did I say Kevin Costner and Brad Pitt?
I meant Jim Caviezel.
And Steve Carell. Steve Carell plays Steve Carell plays the Brad Pitt character.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my money on Elijah Wood for the early days. Like when he and David are sending messages. That's just because I don't know any actors younger than Elijah Wood.
Can we have what's his name as Jonathan?
Sam Weiss. Sean Astin. He's done a faith-based film already with Woodland. So
that would be perfect. Like, have I seen this before?
When Sean Astin is the expert on, okay, bro, this is your first faith-based film? Let me tell you. My experience, I did it. Sean Astin also Goonies, Rudy.
Yeah.
Like it was one of the biggest interviews of my life because those films were so big. And so so he's in Hollywood. He's not done a lot of faith-based interviews, so he was really nervous going in. And so they're like, hey, he doesn't talk about faith stuff because it's not like he was doing the Christian circuit of Christian radio.
Yeah.
I knew somebody on the inside that hooked it up to talk about a faith-based film, but he was nervous, and they're like, don't ask him about his faith. He's Catholic, but he doesn't like to be in the... I'm like, yeah, I get it. And so I rolled right up, and I was like, Sean, what are your thoughts on speaking in tongues? And just wanted to break it right out of the gate. But yeah, I think that's good. I think we put a pin in this.
Yeah.
It is interesting, though, that nobody's gone and done it yet. With so many sides to that character in Scripture. Nobody's done it well.
Yeah, it might be too complex.
Yeah. Let's give the old wheel a spin over here. As I silence my phone. Would you rather give up, when you're in Tennessee, would you rather give up air conditioning and heat, so the two, for the rest of your life, or give up Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi.
Okay. Are you an off-the-gridder like me?
I mean, I'm not off the grid, but I need to be off the grid.
Yeah. This would be the push you need.
Yeah.
Okay. To throw up on your hero, or have your hero throw up on you?
Definitely throw up on my hero.
You would do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
For sure.
Something to tell your friends about. Yeah.
You remember that one time? Yeah, you don't want to be the guy on the other end of that.
Right. That's true. Although there is kind of a power trip to, I just threw up on my hero.
Yeah.
And he won't speak to me. Yeah, so then the relationship's over at that point. He throws up on you. He owes you one.
Ooh, that is true.
Bro, anytime you're in LA, you call me.
Yeah.
I owe you.
Yeah.
All right, we can hang out if you want.
Can I change my answer?
Yeah. Totally puke on me all day, man. Let's go one more. Would you rather always say everything on your mind or never speak again?
Ooh.
That could be dangerous.
That is dangerous.
Yeah.
Like I can't speak at all.
Yeah. So career's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably say everything on my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just means you got to get your heart right, man.
Real quick. Well, the label dropped me this week. We can't be associated with all of your thoughts.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're going to try to pull this. We've been talking about this. I'm not on TikTok because it's too distracting for me.
Yeah, I get it.
So we have a lot of TikTokers in our building. They're like, oh, man, you should do a draft with somebody sometime. Draft where you and I, 5 slots. You can do this with anything. Cereal, top worship leaders. If we were to do a draft, who would you take? You know, David Leonard. Oh, I'm going to take Matt Redmond.
Yeah.
So let's do 1 through 5, but we're going to do candy.
Love it.
New candy, old candy. I'm going to do your side over here. And because you're a guest in our home, we're going to let you have first pick.
I get first pick.
Yeah. Which means you finished last season, and you won the first
I mean,
pick.
that's true.
Okay, you're up first. What are you taking in the candy draft 2023?
Man. First pick, I'm going. This might be a weird pick, but I'm going peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms, so the yellow packaging.
Yeah, yellow package, straight out the gate.
So you're not taking M&Ms off the board, just peanut.
No, just peanut M&Ms.
Okay. With my first selection, Jayar is selecting old school sweet tarts in the long roll. Hard.
That's what you can go with.
Yeah, first pick. Because it's almost like a hometown.
I feel like you just picked a lineman. Like
a kicker.
Yeah. I picked a running back. You picked a lineman.
For the first time ever, Sweet Tarts has gone.
That's even better.
A punter with the first overall selection. This guy can kick really far. We're going to pin a lot of people back all year. I probably could have waited till 5.
Yeah, because you were going to get him either way. Keep going, though. Let's go.
I got to stick with it.
Yeah, I was stick with it.
The selection was already picked. Okay, with the second pick in the candy draft, David Leonard is selecting.
Mm-hmm. I'll go Kit Kat.
Okay. Good. That's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With the second pick in this candy draft, JR is selecting Reese's Cups.
That's solid.
Should have gone with them at
one. I would go with that's a quarterback right there.
Yeah. Reese's Cups.
Yep.
Okay.
All
Third pick.
I'm sneaking in here with strong safety. I'm going with a Take 5.
Oh.
Have you had the Take 5s?
Yeah.
Take 5s are strong.
Halloweenish.
Pretzel, caramel, chocolate.
Yeah.
It's solid.
Do you feel somebody at the marketing department at Take 5 dropped the ball because you just listed off some really good things?
Yeah. And
how it's not a top tier.
Have you ever seen a commercial for a Take 5?
No.
Never.
Yeah. So it's like somebody is dropping the ball promotionally.
Somebody
there.
is.
Okay.
We should call him.
Take 5. Let's go with my third selection in the candy draft. I'm going Snickers. Backup quarterback there.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Okay. Number 4, round 4.
Number 4, I'm going with Payday.
Payday. Oh. You
my
like
wide
having a
receiver.
meal in your chocolate.
I like a lot of peanuts.
Okay.
Obviously.
Maybe you should just get peanuts.
That's true.
Payday. Okay. My fourth selection in the candy draft, it's a newcomer. I just learned about them. But the Sweet Tart Rope.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Those are good. Strong, solid.
Rocked my world lately. Okay. Final pick. What are you going to go with?
Final pick. I'm going Almond Joy.
Oh, wow. Okay. I would have handed you a sixth pick. Anything with coconut, you just fill your roster with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I'm going to go with, I really only needed my 4 because those are my strong go-tos. Okay. I've never heard about this candy until I moved to the South. Not even the words. because we just didn't have them in Seattle or anywhere out west, is the cowtail. It's
like chocolate, or no, it's caramel.
and it's got a cream inside of it.
Yeah.
And I found it in Florida 5 years ago, and I've heard a lot of people from the South. It's a candy that's sold here.
Yeah, that's like that candy that's on the bottom shelf.
Oh, is it? Down with the the Necco wafers.
Next to the Red Hots.
The Red Hots. Yeah. Okay. But it's
good.
I like what it's done for me.
That's great.
I'll never leave the South now.
That's great.
All right.
I see that you like a lot of like candy, not like chocolate savory candy. Like,
I
you
have
like
what
sweet.
Doctors call a little bit of a weight problem. So going on the chocolate.
I'm surprised the Nerds didn't make it on there. Have you had the Nerds rope?
Yeah, it's right over there.
Pretty solid.
We
the
brought
clusters. They're pretty solid.
Let's just say some people have been hiding the clusters because they didn't trust that we wouldn't eat them in the night. So, yeah, clusters are my sweet tart rope are the clusters around our radio station. Yeah. People have gone nuts for them this year. When you refer to 2020, 21, 22, people don't talk about the pandemic. They talk about we discovered the nerd clusters and the sweet tart ropes. Yeah. So, all right, good. So you got number one was, I can't read my own writing. You went peanut M&M's, Kit Kat at 2, Take 5, Payday, Almond Joy. I went Sweet Tart, Reese's Cups, Snickers, Sweet Tart Rope, Cowtails. So good, successful draft, everybody.
Great
I like
draft.
what we've done here. Good. All right, David Leonard is my guest here, first timer on the show. Let's go. Let me get one good faith question in here for you, David. It's actually a legal requirement on a faith-based station that we have to. Yeah. Let's say you're at a service on a Sunday. The pastor, the assistant pastor all came down sick. And like somebody's got to speak to these people. And you're like, oh, I'm a singer. I don't. But what subject faith-wise do you think has so been a part of your life, like I could talk about this for 30 minutes if I had to, that has been maybe an area of you went through this and God taught you this to the point you could speak on it in front of people?
It's a great question. I think grace would probably be a big thing I would probably talk about a lot. Yeah. I think I've walked through a lot of stuff in my life where I've been in so many different crossroads where it felt like grace met me. And even like, me and my wife 10 years ago, we were walking through all kinds of stuff and involved with a small group. And for me, that was the first time that I felt like grace was an actual real thing. I've been taught about grace my entire life. I've been shown scriptures about grace. I've known what to feel about it, but it wasn't an actual real thing. And the second that you're actually shown it, the second that you actually see it firsthand, it becomes something that's very apparent in your life. And so I think I'd probably be able to scrounge up some things about that and have some good have some good stories. That would be helpful. So.
Let's spin the wheel one more time here. Hey, all the guests we've been having, we just want to make sure when you come in, you actually get a nice little prize.
Oh, okay.
So we've wrapped a bunch of gifts. Do you want to? We got a prize closet over here. Do you want to walk over and pick something?
I'd love to.
Yeah. Okay. And let's bring it back here, and it'll be like you and me, Christmas morning in front of the tree.
Okay.
Listening to our favorite Christmas song from David Leonard called Holy. That's a good pick right there. I don't remember what that was.
You don't remember?
Who was it that said Boxer? Yeah. Somebody said, did you get Bethel wrapping paper?
Oh, it kind of does look like it.
Like, why would Bethel sell wrapping paper?
Someone unwrapping this thing?
Yeah. All right, what do we got here?
Oh, come on. I always need socks.
Yeah. These are new as well.
I know. They're not even used.
Now, I didn't, because this is your first interview, I didn't know your foot size, so I got the 6 to 12 range.
I think that's
That'll
great.
fit? Okay.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you walk in with a 5 inch.
I'm a size 16.
Or a 4.
Or 4. Yeah.
What are the chances you have the smallest feet? No, a normal size guy,
Oh, yeah,
but with
just like a
feet,
fourth-
like, yeah,
the
great.
foot of a fourth grader.
the length of a Pop-Tart. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that. All right. He writes such great songs for a guy with tiny little feet. Awesome. All right. Let's find. That's pretty funny.
We'll cut that out.
I don't know, man. That might be a highlight for me. Let's go ahead as we wrap here. Find out what the green screen has been behind us in this envelope. I don't know what this is. The film department kind of put this together for us.
All right. Here
All
we
right.
go. What do we got? And the winner is County Fair. I feel like that's pretty solid.
It's on brand for you.
Yeah. I feel like we've been at the county fair.
Yeah. Just about all my interviews are county fair.
I could smell the
All of it.
cotton candy and
What musically, anything to tell around 2023?
2023 is a good year. We're got a lot coming up. Out on tour with Kane and Katie Nicole.
Yeah,
which
it's a great lineup.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. This song, Every Hour's going to #1. It's
Yeah.
like what
Right.
else is gonna happen? It's like a lot of things. It's
Logan Kane told me, he said, at all costs, I don't care where the tour goes, it's just going to include David Leonard so that we can golf together.
I don't know. We're gonna play a lot of golf.
Yeah. So
I think
Katie
that's
Nicole's
the
going to be so
that's-
bored.
That's the. I think that's the reason why people bring me out is just to play golf. I don't even know if they like my music. I think they just like playing golf with me, which I'm kind of up for.
Let's
But
give him 3 songs at the beginning.
Yeah.
As long as you can test it.
as long
start
as
saying
Logan's
no.
paying my green fee, I don't care.
Right. Start saying no to golf. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we don't need you to
we're
play
good.
tonight.
We're good.
Yeah.
Test them out.
As a matter
I
of
don't know if I wanna
fact,
test that out.
We're going to need your bunk as well.
Yeah.
Hey, it's great to everybody talks about. You got to have David Leonard. It's great to finally have you in. So appreciate the time.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
The Thursday Afternoon Chat. Your favorite artists with Jayar.